Hey, it's JV, and I only talk about the best, and the absolute best, Big Red Liquors. For that big game you and the fellas are getting ready to watch, you've got to have the supplies. Locally owned and operated since 1972, and you can always count on my friends at Big Red Liquors. The fastest, the friendliest, the cleanest liquor stores in the state of Indiana, and I promise there is one near you. For that big game, make it Big Red Liquors. For the location nearest you, that's BigRedLiquors.com.
As Turner contests and Dana Evans floats it in over her. 88-64, 140 to play.
Yeah.
Evans not in Bria's club, though, as a former Miss Basketball. She lost out to Carissa McLaughlin from Homestead in Fort Wayne back in 2017. Got to shout out to Summit City, you know.
Well, you know, and honestly, in looking at her career, you know, she was the only one from Indiana that went to the McDonald's All-American game that year. She had a phenomenal college career, just absolutely phenomenal, and then was able to get drafted and stay, not only make a team, but stay in the league throughout these years. So a lot of credit to Dana Evans, another Indiana native, and very fun to watch.
Yeah, Shea Petty was fouled on the left baseline, gets two, makes them both. They're going to wind up looking at the final box score, and the free throw disparity won't be that great, but it's some empty calories here, almost like the pizza slices the Aces fans aren't getting, as a shot is missed, but out of bounds off the Fever on the right side as it rolls towards a table for fans with the VIP seats. 1:23 to play. Fever down 88-66. Rolling doubles here in the desert. So the Fever just shot 6 free throws in the last minute or so. So they now have 15 attempts for the game. It was for a while, though, free throw attempts 21-9 in favor of the Aces. Left-handed hook shot, no good for Cheyenne Parker Tyus, but she follows it up and puts it in. Pretty awesome story. She just had a child in July, her second, and now playing in the playoffs. And Sims splashes it in from the left elbow. So Odyssey, the leading scorer for the Fever tonight with 18. But they're down 90-68 with a minute to go.
Well, like you said, I mean, now the fouls and the free throws are coming, which looks great on paper, but that doesn't tell the whole story.
Evans runner, no, and a rebound for Petty. Fever push right to left. Sims left wing, 45 seconds to go, trailing by 22. Sims forces a pass to Timpson that was not there. It's the 22nd turnover committed by the Fever. I wonder if this will be as many turnovers as they had since the first game of last season when they had 25. Actually, they had 21 turnovers in a game last year at home against the Mystics in July. So over a year since the Fever turned it over. Well, they wound up with 22 turnovers, so it's the most turnovers since they turned it over 25 times last year in the opener. That's a game when Caitlin herself had 10, went into the locker room and apologized to her teammates.
I remember that. That was tough. But, you know, we haven't seen a game quite like that, you know, since, in the sense of, you know, just those rookie mistakes. So coming in, got to be able to capitalize, learn, and go.
Oh, just get it out of the system.
Yep.
Favor dribbling out here. Final score, Vegas 90, Indiana 68. And his best of 5 series now knotted at a game apiece as it moves to Gamebridge Fieldhouse on Friday night at 7:30.
Yep, like you said, glad that one's done and out the way. It was one of those things where our legs just weren't there. We're a little bit slow on the defensive end. I think the real first sign of actual fatigue in a way. So coming back, having these couple days, I don't want to say off, but of R&R, rest and relaxation, and see if they can go back home and get the dub.
Fever, a better team at home over the course of this year than on the road, as you would expect, especially with the amazing fans that the Fever have.
I would agree.
And it was a nice turnout of Fever fans here on the road out in Nevada, but Becky Hammond, the Aces coach, said pregame she needed her team to be more feisty. She was confident that they would be. It came with a lot of fouling, but they were indeed feisty, and they win this one going away by 22. Fortunately, it's not like soccer, though. It's not an aggregate scoring thing here. So, again, the series just tied at a game apiece. All right, we'll step aside. When we come back, we'll wrap it up here and look ahead to a huge Game 3 on Friday night. Don't forget, Eddie Garrison will have a late-night edition of the W's Greatest Post-Game Show as well. So thanks for sticking with us here. Post-game coming up. You're listening to Fever Playoff Basketball on the Old National Bank Radio Network.
I'm Lynn Dunn, Senior Advisor to
Aces defeat the Indiana Fever 90-68. The postgame show continues right here on your home for Aces basketball, ESPN Las Vegas.
It's Aces basketball on ESPN Las Vegas. Brought to you by Findlay Toyota and the Valley Auto Mall.
Aces fans love a winning team. That's why the Aces use VegasTickets.com. With Vegas Tickets, you get the best seats to every event. Want front row? VegasTickets.com. Need group tickets or national event tickets? Yeah, Vegas Tickets. They are the best at taking care of customers, and they're an official partner of the Aces. Visit VegasTickets.com or call 702-795-7880. Ask for the Aces discount. VegasTickets.com, because where you sit matters.
Since 2014, Paul Petta Law has proudly called Las Vegas and the surrounding area home. Over the years, Paul Petta Law has financially supported community organizations such as
the LVMP Foundation,
Legal Aid Center of Southern Nevada,
Hope for the City,
Cheyenne High School,
Davies Bounty,
the Secret Santa Project,
and many more.
Hi, this is Paul Petta from Paul Petta Law, where compassion and strong local legal representation come together. Remember, it's not about the injury, it's about the recovery. To learn more, go to paulpattalaw.com.
Summer's here, and with record-breaking temps already happening, your HVAC system's got to be ready to perform. At Semperfi Heating and Cooling, we don't just service systems, we prepare them for battle against the toughest conditions. That's why Semperfi is offering a 29-point precision inspection tune-up for $17.75. And because we believe in taking care of our first responders and our veterans, get 20% off all other services. Call Semperfi 702-703-6450 for same-day service. That's 702-703-6450 or online at callsemperfi.com.
Hey, Jeff, how's the new job working out?
Really sucks. Terrible boss, and the paycheck is even worse. I gotta get a new job.
Truck you.
Wait, what?
Truck you.
You don't have to curse at me.
Dude, you should check out Truck You CDL training. My brother got his CDL license in 4 weeks, and now he has a new career making great money.
Okay, I'm listening.
Truck You offers small classes with night and weekend times available. They will even help with payment programs. Check them out. Truck, the letter U, LV.com. Truck You.
Get ready for bacon, barbecue, and bold flavor. Say howdy to the Port of Subs Smoky Western. Stacked with smoked ham, tender turkey, smoky cheddar, bacon, and tangy barbecue sauce. Sweet, savory, sassy, but not for long. Order now at portofsubs.com, on the app, or ride on in today. The Smoky Western, only for a limited time.
Sliced fresh sandwiches, Port of Subs. Check out the small, fully electric luxury SUV, the Volvo EX30, with the twin motor performance generating 422 max horsepower. The X30 starts at $46,195 MSRP. If you don't want to lease, because you can get a $7,500 lease EV credit, you can buy it and get 1.99 APR financing for qualified buyers through Volvo Financial Services. Visit Finley Volvo Cars Las Vegas today on Rainbow and the 215 and FinleyVolvo.com.
It's time for the Las Vegas Aces postgame show on ESPN Las Vegas. Brought to you by Finley Toyota and the Valley Auto Mall. Here's TC Martin with tonight's highlights, analysis, and wrap-up.
Las Vegas Aces came into this game number 2 of the WNBA semifinals tonight in a must-win mode, and they delivered from the outset. A big-time victory tonight for the Aces. It was physical, it was intense, and the Aces just stomped on the Fever. Final score 92-68. Let's run it back and tell you how it all got started. Like we said, this crowd was in full throat from the very beginning. There's no way in the world the Aces were going to be down 2-0 on their home floor after dropping game number 1 by a score of 89-73 on Sunday. Aces came out on fire with Jackie Young. Jackie Young comes down the lane. Turnaround jumper is good. Around and down for JY. And like that, the Aces are up 13-9. Asia Wilson only had 16 points. I say only 16 because she only connected on 6 of 22 shots on game 1 on Sunday. Asia's mission was to start fast tonight and continue on. Back to Asia. She's going to launch a 3. You got that right. Asia Wilson with a triple in the right corner from 22 feet. 18-13. Evans again spins it over to Asia. Wide open 17-footer. Butter. Pure butter from the MVP. And the Aces are up 7. Evans off the glass, too strong. Asia with the putback and the follow-up, and good. And the Aces back up 9, courtesy of Asia Wilson. And the horn sounds as Indiana inbounds the basketball. Aces on fire early on tonight. They led by 9, 26-17 at the end of 1. To the second quarter we go. Chelsea Gray getting it done with the dimes. Great bounce pass inside to Smith. Bucket there, and another assist for Chelsea Gray. She's got it rolling early on tonight. Chelsea Gray, just fantastic tonight. Again, 5th all-time in the history of the WNBA with playoff assists. She was fantastic here tonight. Chelsea Gray, when it was all said and done, had herself 10 assists. And let's talk a little bit more about Jackie Young and what she did tonight. Jackie leaking out. Jackie gets ahead of the field. Cut it. And 1. Shea Petty with the foul. Jackie Young goes crashing down. The bucket counts. And the Aces fans waving the towels. And the Aces are blowing out the Fever early on here. Absolutely correct. And Alyssa Smith, our post-game guest tonight, she showed up and showed out. She wasn't happy with her Game 1 performance. She sure atoned for it tonight. Asia has it. Crosses midcourt with a rock. Comes to the left wing. Back to Dana. Lobs it inside to Smith. Melissa, aggressive as can be. Bullies her way down. You got that right. Melissa Smith saying, yeah, I didn't have a good game on Sunday in game 1. I want to show you what I can do here in playoff basketball. Yeah, that's right, Melissa Smith, fantastic. That took us to halftime, and the Aces had an 11-point lead at the half, 46-35, but just not comfortable enough. Aces had to put the pedal to the metal. More Alyssa Smith. Chelsea gets to the cup, inside to Smith. Smith with a shot fake, goes up, and 1. Melissa Smith draws the foul. Count that bucket. It's on Lexi Hall, and Smith will get a 3-point play opportunity. Asia Wilson doing her thing tonight. She was consistent as can be. Asia got on a nice roll tonight, finishing with 25 points and 9 rebounds. And here comes Chelsea Gray. She has it on the right wing, trying to work inside to A. A says, give me the rock. Can't get it to her. Instead, Asia sets a pick for her. Now gets it back. Asia jumper good from 14 feet on the right elbow. 63-44. The Aces have their largest lead of the night. Rolling it up were the Aces, and rolling it up was Chelsea Gray. Let's hear another one of those 10 dimes. Gray now has it, crosses midcourt. No-look pass. Gustafson all by herself. Chelsea Gray dishes another dime. Her 7th of the night. Timeout, Indiana. 70-52 at the end of 3 quarters. The Aces on cruise control. They had 5 double-digit scores tonight, including Jewel Lloyd. Jackie gives it over to Jewel. Jewel, 3 ball, good. Jewel Lloyd connects from deep. It's 73-56. Aces in blowout fashion and closing the show in the 4th quarter. More guard play, more MVP. Jackie open for 3. Boom! Shaka-laka-laka, boom! Aces are pouring it on the Fever. Jackie Young connects from 3. The Aces have 5 here on the night, and there's a steal. It's Asia, coast to coast, border to border. The MVP scores it. She's got 23. Stephanie White says, time out. 80-56. Aces blowing out the Fever. They're up by 24. And there you have it. Aces close the show here tonight and win by 22, 92-68. Aces shoot 54%, much better than what they did in game number 1, where they just shot just under 40%. Connected on 5 of 12 from three-point land. That's 42%. Not great at the free throw line tonight, but for the most part, Melissa Smith had 5 of those misses. So 15 for 21. The Aces will take that. And then on the boards here tonight, the Aces got out-rebounded in game 1. They took care of business 22-19 over Indiana. And then the big column was the assist factor. They only had 12 assists. The Aces had 13 at halftime. Heck, Chelsea Gray had 10 of those by herself. Altogether, the Aces had 22 assists tonight, so much better performance in that department, much better in the turnover department as well, too. Aces did, have 15 turnovers. They had 14 tonight, but the play got a little bit sloppy, but they forced Indiana to 18 turnovers. So that was a good sign for the Aces. Round out the rest of the scoring, we mentioned Asia Wilson with 25, Melissa Smith with 18. They were the leading scorers tonight for Las Vegas. Jackie Young poured in 13, Jewel Lloyd with 10, Dana Evans with 10, Chelsea Gray 10 assists but 6 points. Kirsten Bell got a couple buckets there at the end for 4 points. Also, Megan Gustafson had a bucket, and so did Cheyenne Parker Tyus. 90 points on the board for the Las Vegas Aces. Very consistent in their quarter scoring as well. Las Vegas put up 26 to open the game in the first, 20 in the second, 24 in the third, and 20 in the 4th quarter, and they win going away 90-68. Let's take a look at what else is happening in the W tonight in the other semifinal game. That was Phoenix taking on Minnesota. Minnesota won game number 1, 82-69, going back on Sunday. And they had a 20-point lead in that game. It looked like the Lynx were going to be cruising to victory. Well, what happened? The Phoenix Mercury caught fire in the end, and they were down 3. Final possession in regulation. Sammy Whitcomb, a 3-point sharpshooter, connected from 3, tied the game at 79. They went into overtime after they overcame a 20-point deficit. They were down 16 at the half, rolling along in the 4th quarter, and they carried that momentum into the overtime. And Phoenix gets a victory in Minnesota tonight by a final score of 89-83. So that series tied at 1 game apiece. So Phoenix, takes the home court advantage away from Minnesota, and they will host games 3 and 4 on Friday and Sunday. For the Las Vegas Aces, they even the series with a big-time victory here tonight, which we figured they would, but you just can't, calculate and just put it in there. You got to come out here and earn it, and they did that tonight as they won in emphatic fashion, winning by 22 points. This series now tied at 1 game apiece. That means we look forward to game number 3 on Friday. That will be in Indianapolis. Will be at the Gainbridge Fieldhouse. Tip-off will be at 4:30 Pacific time, 7:30 Eastern, but 4:30 Pacific, and you can listen to that game. That will be moved over to Raider Nation Radio, so make that programming note, 9:20 a.m., 4:30 with the tip-off. No pregame show because of the early start, and so you can join us there in Indiana for that 9:20 a.m. Raider Nation Radio. Of course, you can listen to it via the app on the LV Sports Network app as well. All right. Las Vegas Aces get the job done here tonight. Much thanks to our pregame guest, Dana Evans. Appreciate her for joining us. And also Ty Ellis, the assistant coach. Great stuff from him tonight. Love talking to all of the coaches, whether it's Becky Hammond, Ty Ellis, or Larry Lewis. And they'll continue to be rotating and join us all during this playoff run. All right, final score again from the Michelob Ultra Arena here inside the Mandalay Bay. The Las Vegas Aces defeat the Indiana Fever 90-68. The series evened at 1 game apiece. Thanks to Rock and Ruben taking care of business. Back in studio, Diamond Doug Douglas for the halftime update, and my main man Mateo by my side here at the house. Always excellent work from those guys, our crew, number one in the biz. No question, no one's been doing it longer than us, right? 8 straight years, baby, on the radio with the Las Vegas Aces Radio Network. T.C. Martin saying so long from the house here inside the Mandalay Bay at the Michelob Ultra Arena. We will talk to you on Friday for Game 3 as the Aces try to take control of the series. Have a great night, everybody. We'll talk to you Friday afternoon on Raider Nation Radio, 920 a.m.
Aces fans love a winning team. That's why the Aces use VegasTickets.com. With Vegas Tickets, you get the best seats to every event. Want front row? VegasTickets.com. Need group tickets or national event tickets? Yeah, Vegas Tickets. They are the best at taking care of customers, and they're an official partner of the Aces. Visit VegasTickets.com or call 702-795-7880. Ask for the Aces discount. VegasTickets.com, because where you sit matters.
Since 2014, Paul Petta Law has proudly called Las Vegas and the surrounding area home. Over the years, Paul Petta Law has financially supported community organizations such as
the LVMP Foundation,
Legal Aid Center of Southern Nevada,
Hope for the City,
Cheyenne High School,
Baby's Bounty,
the Secret Santa Project,
and many more.
Hi, this is Paul Petta from Paul Petta Law, where compassion and strong local legal representation come together. Remember, it's not about the injury, it's about the recovery. To learn more, go to paulpattalaw.com.
Summer's here, and with record